At 6.
Yeah, I have been looking all over for you.
Oh, sorry. Next time I'll wear a beaver.
Well, no, I don't think that's necessary. You're wearing, Serenity. That's my favorite perfume.
Jake, is your amnesia back? This is intrigue.
Paulina wears Serenity.
Paulina who?
I'm the co-chair of the hospital gala. They told me someone from the department would be working with me.
Well, as a matter of fact, Captain McNamara just named the liaison for that. That would be me.
You and me, Joe? We're going to be working on this together?
Unbelievable, isn't it?
I'll say.
Grant, what the hell are you doing?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, I can see that. Hold on a second. I'll get a key.
Get him off. I don't want anybody to see me like
Yeah,
this.
I'm going to get a key.
Wait a minute. Take him off. Take him off me!
Rachel, what else do you recall about that night on the press?
She's pushing me. She's pushing me, Justine. Ryan,
Yes, that's
you have to believe me.
That's it, Ron's here.
Ryan.
You can see Ryan.
Yes,
Who else?
Ryan. Justine. Someone else is here.
It's all right. Relax. What do you see, Rachel?
I can't see. Someone else is here.
Try, Rachel, try.
No, I can't see. It's too dark. Too dark.
Who is it, Rachel?
Someone else is here.
Rachel. Rachel, is it Grant?
You remember Paulina, don't you? The woman you're still married to?
Just kidding, man. Just kidding. So it's a small world. I had no idea that you knew Paulina's brother, Matt.
Well, we were just getting acquainted, you know, before you interrupted.
You're the one with all the news, Jake.
Well, you know, Matt, I'm sorry for being so possessive, but this little cutie pie I find irresistible.
You two must have been so hot and heavy in San Francisco. Well, some things never change.
We did have some wild times, didn't we, Al?
Uh-huh.
You know, I suggest amnesia to all of them. I mean, it gives you a certain sense of, you know, I don't know, you become more uninhibited, you know, and heck, since I had to name Bunny, I figured I might as well live up to it, right? Cupcake?
You always were incorrigible.
I'm sorry, Matt, you were saying?
Bet you were two-faced lion scout. You're obviously still up to your old
Matt has
tricks.
never been a card-carrying member of the Jake McKinnon fan club, now have you?
I'm not going to let you ruin Paulina's life again.
What's the matter, Matt? Did you ever fight with Donna? Is that what happened?
Donna had a
Because I won't bring up this little tete-a-tete here as long as it doesn't happen again, okay?
Oh, gee,
Like I
thank
said,
you.
I'm sorry for being possessive, but finders keepers.
Goodbye.
I'm kidding, Matt. I'm kidding. Please, sit down, have your conversation. I'll leave.
No, I've had enough.
Well,
I had
it was
enough.
very, very nice to meet
I
you.
wish I could say the same. And, Jake, you deserve anything you can get.
As long as I keep getting it, Matt.
Well, this is quite a surprise.
Yes, I have to tell you, it's quite a surprise. I didn't imagine I'd run into you with Matt. What's happening?
Well, I could ask you the same thing, so what are you doing?
Oh, me?
Yeah, what's this sudden public display of affection?
What's the matter? All of a sudden you don't like affection?
No, I do if it was for real.
Now, wait a minute. If you
Jake,
think that...
you forget who you're talking to. I know there's something up, so why don't you just tell me what it is? Let me get this straight. You didn't volunteer for this. Captain McNamara appointed you.
Mm-hmm. Just now he asked me to handle it personally.
And why did you say you want to do it? I mean, what would make you want to plan this particular party?
Well, it's to open the new wing at the hospital in Ryan's honor, and, you know, Ryan was a good friend.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it, too. For Ryan. And for my family.
Then it's, something that we both feel in here, isn't it?
Something kind of funny to me, Joe. When it comes to assignments, you keep coming up with me. I mean, first you were my bodyguard, now you're my co-chair. Why do you think this kind of keeps happening?
I don't know.
Right.
Paulina, I may be off the mark here. Is this going to be a problem for you?
Can we at least be honest with each other? Did you set this up?
Is that what you think?
Well, it's kind of obvious, isn't it? Whoever's going to be working with me is going to see a lot of me, day in and day out.
Yeah, and probably nights, too.
Is that what you want, to see me every night?
All I'm saying is that we both work, so we're probably going to have to work on this stuff after hours. Look, Paulina, if you got a problem with this thing, you don't want to work with me, go tell McNamara and he'll appoint somebody else. I don't need this kind of hassle.
Oh, you think I do?
Yeah, well, you know, at this point, I really am not nuts about the idea of working with you either, okay?
You're not?
No.
Well, I'm not either. With you.
Fine. You know, I didn't go back on the job to waste my time trying to figure out what kind of cocktail napkins go best with crab puffs and beluga.
Crab puffs. Crab puffs, that's good. That is good. You know, it takes a lot to plan one of these things. Whoever's going to be working with me is going to have to be willing to make a commitment.
Well, you know, I think with everything else going on, it's time that I just concentrated on being a cop right now.
Hey, no problem. You know, I'll talk to Captain McNamara and see about getting a replacement. But, Joe.
Yeah?
This is silly. I don't want us to have bad feelings over...
Paulino, phone.
Thanks, Captain.
Yeah.
Carlino. Sophia? Hey, baby, how's it going? I miss you, too. Huh? You still my beautiful bambina?
I feel so stupid. I wasn't thinking. Next thing I knew, I snapped one of them shut.
Yeah. Hey, Grant, level with me. What's going on with you? Man, you look like hell.
I could always count on you for a compliment, huh, pal?
Yeah. Well, I'm serious. You look like you're on the verge of a breakdown. Now, I am worried about you. Come on, talk to me.
It's been a difficult time for me, to say the least, Gabe.
Look, I know losing your brother has been rough on you, but you've got to take care of yourself.
I will. I am.
Yeah, you know, hanging around here is not going to make things better. It's just going to make them worse.
And I need some answers, Gabe.
So do I. And when I find them, you will be the first to know.
Thanks. Thanks for everything, pal.
You know, I'm here for you.
Rachel, is it Grant?
It's too dark. I can't see. I can't see.
Well, look closer.
You can't force her to remember. It's obviously very painful for her.
Yes, I don't want to upset her, but she has to remember to
No, I don't want to. I don't want to.
concentrate.
No. Please. No. It's too dark.
It's too distressing for her. I'm going to bring her out.
No, please.
We're
no,
so
I don't
close,
want to.
Doctor.
We must be patient, Mr. Hutchins.
Yes, you're right.
No, please.
Yes, of course you're right. Will she remember any of this?
No. Her unconscious is fighting to keep these memories from surfacing.
No.
Rachel, I'm going to count down from 5. When I get to 1, you will no longer be in an hypnotic
Please.
state. 5, 4, you feel yourself coming out of it now. 3, you're completely relaxed. 2, you can open your eyes. And 1.
Rachel? You all right, darling?
So, when am I going to get to see that gorgeous, smiling face of yours? That is great. No, are you kidding? That's the best news I've heard in weeks. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. You don't worry about a thing. I will take care of everything, honey. You understand? All right. I know, me too. Yeah. Okay. I can't wait. All right. Bye, baby. Sorry about that. Okay, where were we?
But Joe, I don't want this to be a problem for us, okay?
Why would it be?
Well, you know, because we almost walked down the aisle together. I mean, well, obviously things have changed, but we did have a pretty intense relationship once upon a time.
So what does that have
Well,
to do with
all I'm
anything?
saying is, I can understand why it might be difficult for you to be around me. And I don't think we should let the feelings that we have, or had, you know, get in our way.
In our way of what?
I really think that we should work on this party together. For Ryan. I mean, for him.
Yeah, okay.
You know, let's not make it complicated. Let's stick to the work and then leave our feelings, our old, former feelings, outside the door.
And you really think we can do that?
I can if you can. Say yes. Please, Joe.
You look at me with that face. Oh, yeah. All right. Feelings outside the door. When do we start?
How about right now? How's that grab you?
Right now. Let's go.
Okay, great. Here you go. What do you think?
No go. Fried calamari?
Well, yeah, it's a list of hors d'oeuvres from the caterer.
No go. They don't have my Aunt Conchetta's recipe for this. They're gonna be swimming in grease. Okay? I say we stick with the smoked salmon, with the black bread, with a little fresh dill. Very nice.
You see, you're a natural.
We haven't talked this much about finger food since we planned our wedding reception.
Okay, maybe you should stick to the menu, and I'll stick to the flowers. Here, appetizers and desserts, and centerpiece and florist. I'm thinking for table arrangements, maybe we should stick to autumn colors. Joe, are you all right?
Yeah. Look, I don't have time for this right now. I'll call you later, all right?
You look like you haven't slept.
Well, when I close my eyes, I have a nightmare, and then when I wake up, it's worse.
Oh, listen, Bridget made some shortbread cookies, and there were some extras. I thought you might like to take them to Matthew.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Have you heard from your father?
Yes. He says you've been calling him around the clock.
Well, you know, the switchboard, it's practically impossible to get a hold of him, and I just want to make sure he's feeling all right.
I think he's a little stir-crazy, but the treatments are going well.
He's worried about you.
So what does Matthew think when you call Michael morning, noon, and night?
You know perfectly well that Matthew has been supportive through this entire illness.
Oh, I know. I just thought it was bound to put a stress on a relationship sooner or later.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
I mean, it can't be easy for Matthew, right?
You stop worrying about Matthew.
Sorry, okay. I just thought you seemed a little tense, and I wondered what the deal was.
I think the deal is that you're trying not to have some feelings about Ryan that you need to experience.
Look, if you came over here to do a little therapy, you can just forget it, because, you know, there's nothing more to say.
But there is something more to do. The penthouse.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Darling, somebody has to go through Ryan's things. You're the only one who can do it. You've got a lot of decisions to make.
No, just stop, please. Stop.
It has to be
No,
done.
no, no. I'm sorry. I can't do it, all right? You're asking me to say goodbye to him forever.
But it'll be a way for you to start letting go. Somebody has to deal with Ryan's things.
Fine. We'll let Carl do it.
Is she coming out of it?
It may take a moment.
It's all right, Rachel. It's all right. I'm here. You're safe and sound. Just relax, darling. Just relax.
Did I?
Hutchins?
Mr. Hutchins, Gabe McNamara, Bay City PD. Sir, we are aware that your wife recently underwent hypnosis trying to regain her memory of the night Ryan Harrison was shot. Can you tell me how that session went, sir?
I thought the police investigation into my son's death was closed. This is a private matter.
Mr. Hutchins, if you have any new evidence, sir, I would appreciate it if you'd share it with us. Or I can send Lieutenant Sinclair over to question your wife.
We've done that, Captain. That will not be necessary.
Then please tell me everything that you remembered about the crime scene, sir.
I'll tell you nothing. Safe to say that there was a fourth person on that trestle, Captain. A fourth person beside Justine, Rachel, and my son Ryan.
She's sure there was a fourth person at the train depot? Tell me, does she remember who that person was?
Not as yet. That remains to be seen.
Listen, Mr. Hutchins, I would like our department to take over from here. We will continue to attempt hypnosis with your wife until she remembers who that fourth person was.
You and your department will do nothing. And you'll certainly not harass my wife any longer. Is that clear?
Mr. Hutchins, you can either cooperate with us, sir, or your wife can spend a very unpleasant evening in an interrogation room. Why don't you decide for her?
Try it. Now, if we cooperate with you, Dr. Alpert and I will supervise the session. Is that clear? Now, the doctor feels that these memories can be very painful for Rachel. And from what I've seen of your bedside manner, it leaves much to be desired.
Don't be discouraged, Rachel. Today was a good beginning.
I'm sorry I don't remember, Mo.
Your willingness is the important thing. If you're patient, the memory should resurface.
Dr. Alpert is right. This is going to take a bit more time. Now, look, the police may want to seal in on the next session. I said to them that that would be only at your discretion.
I look forward to hearing from you.
I'll talk to you very soon.
I can see myself out, Carl.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye, Rachel.
Bye.
So, how are you? You seem far away.
What did I say?
It'll all come back to you. Now, what say we go upstairs and lie down?
I need to know.
You do know. There is a face which you can't see. A mysterious fourth person.
You think it's Grant, don't you?
Yes. Ground shot Ryan.
If that's true, then I understand why I don't remember.
Come on. Upstairs. Time to lie down.
Yes, I think I will.
Leave it to me.
No.
What?
You promised me you'd let the police handle this.
That's right. Don't be so fraught. They shall, my darling. They shall.
Carl? Hi. How you doing?
Hello, Paulina. As well as can be expected. Look, thank you for doing this benefit on behalf of Ryan. How goes it?
Well, I definitely have my work cut out for me, but we'll get through it. Have you seen Rachel? I want to make sure she's okay.
Yes, she's upstairs taking a nap.
Oh, my usual bad timing. Will you give her my love, please?
Will do.
Has anyone seen my address book? I know it was around here somewhere.
Yes, Matthew, your mother put it in the desk drawer for safekeeping. She's still picking up after you, isn't she? Listen, I'll
I'm going to go up and check on the missus, but shall I ask Helen to put the water on for a pot of tea, bring it out to you in the terrace?
Yeah.
That'd be great. Thanks, Carl. Take care.
Go.
Donna didn't make you burn that thing?
I doubt even she knows I have it.
You're not thinking about stepping out on her, are you?
No, Little Black Book isn't my style, like some people we know.
Matt, can I ask you a guy question?
Sure, I'm your brother. Go ahead.
Do you think guys' feelings get, well, as hurt as girls' feelings when a relationship falls apart?
Absolutely. Sometimes even more. You know, guys like to tough it out. Not let you know what they're feeling, but inside, you know, it's pretty intense.
That's what I thought.
May I ask what this is about?
Joe, the police department assigned him to work with me in the hospital gala.
And he's having a problem with that.
Well, you can tell he's trying, but it's hard for him. You know, we worked for all of 6 seconds before he said he had something more important to do.
You don't buy that, do you?
I just think it's really hard for him to be around me right now.
Well, I mean, do you blame him? I mean, you've been pushing him away constantly. I mean, there's only so much rejection a guy can take.
You and Joe got pretty close, didn't you?
A little bit. Why?
Did you ever hear him mention someone named Sophia?
No.
Oh. Well, he got this call from this Sophia person when I was down at headquarters.
So?
So his face lit up like a Christmas tree as soon as he heard her voice.
And it pushed all your buttons.
Maybe a little.
Don't go down that road.
I just want to know who the Sophia chick is. Really, and why she puts that grin on Joe's face.
Jealousy is a dangerous thing, and it's no way to have a relationship.
What relationship? I have a husband living in a hotel room and an ex-fiancé who can't spend more than 5 minutes alone in a room with me.
Well, I can't speak for Joe, but Jake, he moved out 2 days ago. He's already cheating on you.
Jake, what has he done now?
What he always does. I mean, what does Jake have to do to convince you that he's a lousy, lying jerk,
Whoa.
and you should just cut
Matt,
him off?
Back up.
All right. I saw him at Sassy's with another woman.
Who?
Does the name Allison ring any bells?
His ex from San Francisco. Jake swears he's been trying to get rid of her.
Oh, no, well, it didn't look like that from where I was.
No. I mean, maybe in the not-too-distant past. And I know that she's been throwing herself at him.
Didn't look like that from where I was sitting.
Look, Matt, believe me, I've seen her do her number. She tags along, shows up everywhere Jake goes.
No, not this time. I was at Sassy's with Allison. Jake tracked her down.
Jake went after Allison?
In a big way.
To you and me, kiddo, the real dream team. Now, what's the matter? Did you skip etiquette in debutante school? Because you're supposed to drink when someone offers a toast.
Jake, you said you would explain. You kicked me out of the hotel room this morning, and now all of a sudden we're on the same team. So what's the switch about?
You're right. I shouldn't have given you the brush out before.
I'm sitting here with your brother-in-law. You come in, and you're all over me.
I kissed you.
If you got any closer, you'd be wearing my blouse.
What's the matter, Allison? What's a little warmth between friends?
Friends, is that what we are now?
I hope that we can stay friends.
Paulina walks in, and you try and get as far away from me as possible. Would you just tell me what's going on here?
Okay, here's the deal.
Oh, well, I'm gonna make this really good, really good.
I walk in and I see you one-on-one with Matt, and Matt and I have this rivalry that goes way back. So I see you guys
really?
together, and
What?
I get a little jealous.
You play poker with that face?
What do you want from me, Allison?
I would like the truth. You can stop bluffing. I've seen the cards up your sleeve.
I think you're reading a little too much into this, you know that?
You're playing kissy face with me in front of Matt for a reason, but if you think you can use me to win Paulina back, you've got another thing coming.
I'll go with you. We'll deal with Ryan's penthouse together.
Mother, I said I didn't want to go.
But you won't be alone. I will help you.
I said no! I don't want to go over there, all right? I don't want to go through his Spider-Man comic books and his high-tech knickknacks. I don't want to deal with it. I can't deal with it just to be reminded that he's never coming back again.
Look, why don't you just go home to Matthew and have a little afternoon delight like every other happy couple in America?
You know where I am if you need me.
Why doesn't everyone
just leave me alone? Twice in one day, Grant. That's a bit much even for you.
Victoria, I need to see Kirkland.
Don't you think maybe you're just pushing this whole daddy dearest thing a little bit too far?
I'll stay if you need me to.
It's okay. I can handle it. You know, there was a reason we paid all those high-priced lawyers all that money to hash out some kind of a visitation schedule.
This is the last time that I'll ask for a favor. I really need to spend some time with my son, all right? Thank you.
Go get him. Well, you were just in the nick of time. He's about to go down for a nap.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. Hi, Kirkland. Hi. Hi, sweetheart.
I'm gonna go get him a cookie.
Okay. Hi, baby. I don't have much time here, and I have so much to talk to you about. Hey, Daddy may have to go away for a little while, okay? And I'm sure that you won't understand, but I really don't... Mommy coming. I really don't have much choice. Now, it's important that you don't feel abandoned. Because, you see, I felt that way when my mom left me. You have Theodore here to watch over you. And you can take him to bed at night and hold on to him and feel my love and my warmth. Kirkland, there may come a day when the people who love you will say terrible things about your dad. I want you to know how sorry I am for that. I didn't mean to hurt anyone, especially you. I'd do anything for you. I love you so much. You remember that, okay? You remember that because I may not be around to say that to you again.
What did you mean you might not be around?
Hey, you know what? I think this little guy does need something to eat.
Grant, answer me. Here you go, sweetheart.
Oh, well, I may have to take a job with a firm out of town. You want this?
Seems like a strange time to be leaving Kirkland.
Yeah, and it'll be a difficult decision, but I may not have a choice.
So what kind of job would that be? Certainly not politics. You're poisoning Washington.
You know, I really can't discuss this with you now because I have to keep a schedule. I have to get going.
Good.
I love you.
Give me honey.
Remember that, okay? Remember? Thanks for letting me see him on such short notice.
More like no notice.
Bye, Victoria. Goodbye, Kirkland.
Baby, you think I'm using you to make Pony jealous? Come on.
No, you knew Matt would go straight back to his sister and tell her everything that happened
You
between us.
have a very creative mind, now, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's a perfect setup, you know. Everybody knows he can't stand you.
Listen to me. You must think I'm very devious to come up with something like that. What do you take me for?
Oh, I don't think you'd even want to know.
You just stop that, okay? You stop. I'm not the one who bought a plane ticket to bring back a watch that you know I don't give a damn about, so you could shove it in my wife's face.
Oh, God, you don't even know what...
Capable of playing games to get what we want.
Well, we've always had a lot in common, haven't we, Jake? Haven't we?
Yeah. No, I'll admit, I was counting on Nat to go back tattling to Paulina. Who knows? I mean, maybe that's just a thing that needs to push her off the fence.
Well, I would pay for that privilege.
So, that's the deal.
A raw deal, if you ask me.
I didn't.
Well, maybe you should have.
Listen, if you just play along, Allison.
Oh, and why should I? Huh? So you can get Paulina? Oh, that would be great. And what exactly am I supposed to get out of it, huh?
My eternal gratitude.
You believe that Jake is going after Allison.
Well, they look like an item to me. Well, you know Jake, anything in a skirt.
You know, she was in his hotel room this morning, and the second she left, he was jumping through hoops to try to convince me that nothing was going on between them.
What a dog.
Oh, man, you know, if he's trying to get me back, what is he doing at Sassy's with her? It's Gossip Central.
Well, his little tryst was very public. I'm telling you, he was all over her.
No, that's impossible.
No, it is very possible. He knew that you needed a little time alone to figure out your feelings. Instead of doing the honorable thing and waiting, no, gets it going with Allison again.
I didn't want to just drop him. I figured I'm married to the guy. I at least owe him a little loyalty.
You don't owe him anything.
Right. What you're saying is true. Then Jake has obviously moved on with his life.
Listen, he was nibbling on her ear. He called her cupcake.
Called her cupcake?
Nibbling's a little too subtle. It's more like devouring. I mean, listen, if you don't believe me, go down to Sassy's right now and check it out.
Believe you me, I will
ahead.
check it out. Thank you very much, Matt.
You take care. I'm here if you need me.
Why is this happening? I mean, why can't I have a normal, healthy relationship like you and Donna?
Bella. Oh, well, come on in. Young Matthew was here some time ago, but I think you may have missed him.
No, I came to see you.
Huh.
Here. You need these more than I do.
What's this?
Bridget's shortbread.
Brian's favorite.
Like father, like son. How are you?
Well, as you can imagine. How's Victoria holding up?
Same as you. Except she's
She's what?
so angry. I don't think she'll ever forgive Ryan for leaving her.
Her rage is a natural reaction. It's used to process grief by some people.
I know that. That's what I told her, but I'm still worried about her.
Yes, of course you are. You know, it's torture for a parent to see your child in pain and to realize that there's nothing you can do about it.
And Grant doesn't help the situation by
Grant?
showing up whenever he feels like it,
Grant, how
demanding
do you
to
mean?
see. He showed up unannounced.
You mean he's there now?
Yes, he is. I didn't want to leave him alone with her. You know how they are together. He's preying on her vulnerability, claiming that he wants to see Kirk.
Claiming? You doubt his reasoning?
I do. I think he's just looking for a shoulder to lean on. Cry. You know, as strong as we all think Victoria is, she's in no position to have Grant leaning on her like this.
Bella, you must forgive me. I just remembered something I have to do. Excuse me.
Mrs. Hutchins couldn't ID a face, but hypnosis does confirm the presence of a fourth person at the crime scene.
Well, that's great. Now all we got to do is find out who the fourth set of tire tracks belongs to.
That's right. What do you got?
I got something to help us do that. It's a list of all the tire companies in the area that work on luxury imports.
Good. Good. Now, this will help narrow the field.
You betcha.
Okay, let me know what you come up with.
I will, but I can't do it tonight, sir. I'm going off duty.
All right. First thing tomorrow morning, then, huh?
Absolutely. Bright and early.
Easy on the early stuff, Gary. You know he hates that.
Yeah, I know. Let him write me a citation, though. So, tell me something, Joe. How's it going with you and Paulina?
Get a load of this, Gary. McNamara names me as the liaison, all right, for the opening of the Ryan Harrison wing.
Right.
Of all the people in this city, Paulina is the co-chair.
Well, that's great. That's great. That gives you guys a chance to put your heads together and, you know, maybe it'll bring you a little closer, if you know what I mean.
Gary, do you have any idea what it's like to work with somebody you care about? Huh? I mean, you try to keep it professional. Next thing you know, you get a whiff of her silky blonde hair. You know, the conditioner that drives you nuts.
Yeah.
And then it takes every muscle in your body just to fight the urge to scoop her up in your arms and kiss her like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd imagine that would be hell. You know?
I don't know how I'm going to work on this party, Gary. I can't even handle being around her right now.
Listen, you gotta hang in there, Joe. Now, this could be your last shot with Paulina, you hear me? As far as I'm concerned, I say go for it.
Thank you for stopping by. It saves me a phone call.
Are you alone, Vic?
Oh, yeah, I'm alone. Bridget's out and Kirkland's upstairs taking a nap. Why?
I'm just worrying about you, that's all.
I'm okay. Actually, I need to ask you a favor.
At your service.
You don't even know what it is yet.
No matter.
I need you to go to the penthouse and go through Ryan's things.
Yes, not a pleasant task.
I understand if you don't want to do it. I cannot bear to step foot in
No,
there.
no. No, I'll take care of it.
Thank you. If you would just go through his things and pick out anything that you might want to keep for yourself.
If I come across anything that I think you will cherish, I'll put it aside.
Thank you. I suppose if there's anything you think Grant might want, you should set that aside. You know, he stopped by here today. He's really broken up. Well, I mean, you saw him at the funeral, and then afterwards he was a complete wreck. Well, you saw the way he was drinking. I thought it would help him, you know, to hear what Ryan had said.
Yes, sir.
Near the end, but when I told him that Ryan said, tell Grant, I forgive him, it just seemed to make things worse. And then today...
Well, what happened today?
Oh, he stopped by twice, you know, to see Kirkland on scheduled visits, of course, which really ticked me off in the beginning. But then I saw what a mess he was.
Yes, go on. What?
Actually made me feel a little bit sorry for him, you know? I know it's crazy, given our history, but I'm worried about him. I mean, when he came over here for the second time to see Kirkland, he practically fell on his hands and knees begging me to let me see him, and I thought he had a tear in his eye.
Yes, it does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Who would have thought it, you know, the guy has a soul.
Well, let's not be too hasty.
You know, then I walked in on him saying to Kirkland that he might not be around. And when I confronted him, he came up with some ridiculous story about taking a job out of town, which I said was absurd, given the timing.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I mean, the drinking, the depression. I've never seen him so low.
No, like a sinking ship.
I mean, what if Grant really is suicidal?
Grant has neither the courage nor the decency.
Well, what do you think he meant when he said he might not be around?
I don't know. But I shall find out.
Joe, you gotta snap out of it, man. Come on. And this is your chance to get your foot back in the door with Paulina. Don't blow it.
So she can slam it again, right?
No, look, man, didn't you tell me that McKinnon was moving out of her place?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you go over there then and tell her how you feel?
How many times, Gary, how many times can a guy say, I love you?
As many times as it takes.
No, I used to think that way. By the millionth time, you start to ask yourself, what part of no don't you understand?
Joe. Maybe you ought to give it one more try.
What if I'm just wasting my time? Maybe I should just get on with my life without Paulina.
Allison, I'm asking you to help me with Paulina,
Don't
okay?
hold your breath, Jay.
Just do it for me as a favor.
Give me one good reason.
Old time's sake.
You know you can do with your old time's sake.
Cupcake, I think that you're forgetting how good the old times were.
Carl, wait, where are you going?
If what you say is true, if Grant is suicidal, and time is of the essence.
No. Let me call. I mean, if I can keep him on the phone until you get there. Busy.
Then he's at home.
Unless he took the phone off the hook on purpose. Carl, what if he's...
Leave it to me, Victoria. Leave it to me. I'll take care of her.